Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Damien. Tonight you're going to witness some really spectacular magic and illusion. I do borrow a lot of objects from the audience, rings, preferably big ones and expensive ones, and also money. Everybody has that on them, I assume. Can I please borrow a ring from somebody? You, ma'am, will you please come up here and help me out with this? And your name is?
Leslie.
Nice to meet you, Leslie. Gee, you're tall. It's like the amazing thing about this is the paper is treated in a way that actually cleans the ring so well that you put a little bit of flame to it, and when you put some flame to it, I'll show you what I mean, what happens. It just disappears. Can you please hold out your hand? Very nice. Nice hands. Let's see. Is that your ring? Thank you. What I'd like to do is demonstrate for you the art of cigarettes. I've been doing cigarettes for a long time. Most people never get to see it close up. And I've been doing it in my shows because people are very interested in seeing it. And all you have to do is watch me work. Take the cigarette and you break it in half. Watch. Thank you. Everybody knows what this is. This is called rolling paper. And if you're pretty creative, you can make your own cigarettes. I'll show you what I mean. You take the paper and you reach out into here, you grab some tobacco to put into it, you sprinkle it into it, you start rolling it, making sure to roll it really tight. Watch. Thank you. So like I said, this is about the art of cigarettes. I'll explain a little bit about it to you. It came over from Europe about 1900. And I started getting interested in it. And I worked with a magician named Keith Clark. He came from France. And it's really spectacular stuff that you don't see much, so I enjoy doing it in all my shows. Thank you. Now what I'd like to do is borrow $1 from somebody. Anybody with $1, please come up here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put my wallet there, and I'll take your money, and I'll switch you, so you're not kept short. Now people ask me, what do you do when you run short on money? Well, that's not very hard to figure out, because being an illusionist, you can basically do anything you want. But the one thing you have to do is you have to crease the bill very perfectly. And the creases are very important because that creates the illusion. Watch what I mean. and it changes into a $20 bill. And I bet you're asking, can I have that 20? Well, you can't really have the 20 because that's my profit for doing it, but give yourself a big hand. Thank you very much. What I also need to borrow now, see, I borrow a lot of stuff in this act. I need to borrow a quarter from somebody. You, sir, would you please come up here? And your name is?
Joe.
Nice to meet you, Joe. Pleasure to meet you. You play an important part in this piece. What you're going to do is sign the quarter on both sides. Your signature, and this way you could distinguish it later on in the show. I'm just going to come in contact with the quarter for a short period of time. Very good. Thank you. And what I have is a can of soda. Pepsi, doesn't matter what it is. And could I please have the quarter? It's signed on both sides, as everybody can see. What I will attempt to do is melt the quarter into the can. In fact, just knock on that can a minute. Solid, right? Okay. On the count of three, this only happened the first time. Something 2 times to make it work. Let's see if we can do it. 1, 2, 3. Watch. You can hear it faintly in there because you're my witness. Let's break it. But to prove it's really in there, hands are empty. Let's crush it. Cut it. If you could just hold that one side while I cut it. Sure. Yeah, so it doesn't fall. And I believe your quarter is in there. Thank you very much. Thank you. What I also need to do now is borrow a gentleman's ring. Let's get everybody involved in this. A nice ring that's hopefully expensive. Very good. And your name is?
Brian.
Nice to meet you, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
You're awfully tall, but we'll get over that. This is a prayer vase. I do a lot of traveling, and this was made for me out in India. It's handmade. It's made out of brass. And if you could just loan me your ring. You notice they loan me the ring? Okay, very good. And if you could just hold that, just like that, right, so people can see it at all times. Take your ring, place it into the box. Lay it down on the table. Take a piece of paper. And what I want to do is take this and put it over the vase. I'm going to give you a lighter. Now, you know how to use one of these, right, Brian?
Sure.
No problem. If you could light this on the count of 3 for me. Only on the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Light it. Very good. Is that your ring?
Yes, it is.
That is your ring trapped inside the vase. Open up, give it back to you. Thank you very much. That was my last illusion. Give him a big hand. Hope everybody has enjoyed the show. And thank you. My name is Damien.